ねもしも全て投げ捨てられたら笑って生きることが楽になるのまた胸が痛くなるからもう何も言わないでよ
It was the day before my fiancé, Illumi's birthday, and I was frantic. As I paced back and forth around his room, I was too deep in thought to notice the big round eyes that were glued to me. What am I gonna get him? Suddenly, I felt a presence in the room, and I threw 5 golden knives in the direction. When I didn't hear them hit the wall or kill anyone, I stopped pacing and looked up, only to see the charming form of Illumi, leaned up against the wall, holding 5 golden knives in his left hand. I don't think he'll ever stop being hot. "What's wrong?" he inquired, in his signature monotone voice. I didn't know what to tell him. I was fretting over his gift, so I decided to play it off. "Nothing. Why are you so lonely?" I walked up to the tall man and hugged his waist, while I snuggled into his chest. He only stared down at me. "Stop lying. What's wrong?" He asked it with more force this time, and I could tell he was getting annoyed. I was about to pull away, but he wrapped one of his arms around my waist while the other held the daggers to my neck. Shit, at this rate he's gonna kill me. But on the other hand, why can't he hold me like this when he's not threatening me? "Fine, I'm trying to figure out what to get you for your birthday tomorrow." He let me go, and I stumbled slightly since I was leaning on his arms. "I don't want anything. Leave it alone." "Come on, you have to want something." "No." I could hear the small growl in his voice, and I knew that it was a sign for me to back off, but I was too stubborn. "I'm getting you something whether you like it or not." Illumi quickly leaned in and held a pin to my neck. "Wyan," I said no. I stared at the pin. "Oh, so you're going to threaten me? To kill me, huh? Do it." "What?" Illumi's eyes widened slightly as he stared me down. "I said to kill me, because either way I'm going to get you a present. Remember, every cat has 9 lives. Sigh. "I have other responsibilities to deal with, and I'm not going to let a useless woman who doesn't even know how to cook keep me from fulfilling them." With that, he let me go and gave me back my knives and began to walk out. "Zoldyck, get your ass back over here right now and repeat yourself," I snarled. "No." Then he was gone, leaving me all alone, pissed and heartbroken. That emotionless bastard. How could he say something like that and then just leave me here? Every time it's the same exact words. As I yelled countless profanities, tears started to stream down my face. Am I really that fucking useless? Does he only want me so that he can pop children out of me? I kept questioning myself as I changed into my night clothes and went to bed. Does he even love me? He's never said it before. I looked at the extravagant caramel-colored diamond ring on my finger before pulling it off and throwing it away. Maybe not. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of chirping birds and blowing trees. Curious of my surroundings, I opened my eyes only to see that the window was open. That's funny. I never opened the window last night. I was about to get up, but something pulled me back down and held me towards a muscular torso. I turned to see Illumi sleeping peacefully. I brushed a few loose strands of hair out of his face and stared at him lovingly. Then I remembered his words from last night, and my face became apathetic. Illumi must have noticed that change in my mood and woke up. "Wyan," he whispered. "Let me go." He held me close and nuzzled deeply into my neck. "No." "Illumi, Zoldyck, let me go." "No, I'm going to spend today with my fiancé, no matter if she likes it or not." "I'm not your fiancé anymore. I trashed the ring. Now get off." "Do you remember what today is?" he asked, completely disregarding my comment. "Of course, it's your birthday." "Yes, but something else occurs on my birthday." I thought for a second, before finally remembering. "It's our anniversary." "Yes," he replied before kissing my neck. "Illumi, what the hell are you doing? Isn't this what you wanted?" He looked at me questioningly, and I couldn't help but chuckle at how cute he looked. "What makes you think that?" He gave out a sigh before nuzzling my back. "Yesterday, when I threatened you, I could see that you enjoyed the way I held you." "But that..." "Shut up and let me finish." "Well, damn." so I decided that I needed to give you a day to yourself. In other words, today is your day. Tell me what you want to do and we'll do it. My eyes widened in disbelief as I listened to him speak. When he finally finished, I poked him in his chest to see if he would disappear or change his mind, but surprisingly, none of those things happened today. I smiled cheekily at his decision and pounced on him. Due to my extra force, we fell off the bed, and I sat on top of him, wrapped in sheets, while his hands lightly rested at my hips. I quickly pecked the North's cheek before snuggling into his chest and inhaling high, light vanilla scent. When I saw that he didn't move, I sighed. You know, Illumi, you don't have to be so stiff. Try to be normal for today. That's my biggest wish. He nodded and wrapped his arms around me in a light embrace. I was about to hug back until I felt something hard on my ring finger. What the? I pulled up my left hand from under the covers, only to see a blood-red ruby connected to a dark gold band. I covered my mouth in shock and sat back up. Do you like it? Asked Illumi, his voice still emotionless. Unable to speak, I nodded. This feeling welling up inside me reminded me of the day Illumi proposed to me. Illumi and I had just finished a late-night mission, and we were both heading home, but suddenly, Illumi made me turn down Fall Street. I stopped walking. Hey, Illumi, my place is the other way, I called, but he ignored me, so I ran after him. Once I caught up to him, he glanced down at me, seeing me satisfied, before he suddenly knelt down in front of me. Be my wife. I was shocked to the point where I couldn't speak straight, to believe he actually wants me to be his wife. Illumi, either way you're going to marry me, so there's no point in answering. He took out a beautiful ring that had a brown jewel in the middle, while the rest was diamond-studded. After he slipping it on my finger, he stood up and embraced me. Do you like it? He asked. Illumi's voice still emotionless. Unable to speak, I nodded. He gave me a smile before embracing me once again. Throughout the whole day, Illumi and I walked around the town and talked about whatever came to our minds. Finally, night had come, and the assassin claimed to be taking me somewhere special. We passed many lovely sights on the way to this destination, but as soon as we reached a rural area, after a long time of walking through the empty streets, we finally reached what I assumed to be our destination. It was a large park with white street lamps everywhere, making the whole park look like a magnificent forest. So beautiful, I whispered. Illumi let out a chuckle before leaning down and kissing me. I tangled my hands in his hair to make his kiss deeper, and his hands traveled to my lower back, pulling me close towards him, almost as if he was afraid to let me go. Once we finally pulled apart, he picked me up bridal style and brought me in for another lip lock. After a few minutes, we pulled apart, and I rested my head against his. Illumi, there is only one more thing I need you to do. His eyes met mine with a questioning gaze. Tell me you love me. A desperate silence filled the air as I waited to hear him say those important words. I love you. At first a whisper. It was quiet, so I could barely hear him, but then he said it with more force. I love you. A smile broke out onto my face as all my worries vanished. Then, being unable to hold my happiness, I hugged the man's neck and began to kiss him all over his face. I love you, I love you, I love you, Illumi Zoldyck, I love you so much. Finally, when I had calmed down, I fell asleep in Illumi's arms, and he made his way back home. Illumi's POV. As I left the park, I noticed something falling out of Hawaiian's back pocket. I took it out and examined it, only to see it was a set of 20 silver pins. Each of them, written with diamond studs, were the words, I love you. A small smile graced my face as I read the note attached to the box. Dear Illumi, I told you I'd get you something either way. Love your precious wife. Hawaiian Ellen Zoldyck. This was amazing. I loved it so much. Please go give the authors kudos in their comments. I will leave the link in the description below. It is also at the beginning of the video, so if you would like to watch that. But yeah, I'm gonna go edit, and I hope you guys enjoyed. The background music was actually on my MacBook instead of like behind my voice, so I hope that helped or like was better. Please let me know if you guys like that better. But anyways, I'm gonna go edit this, and yeah, goodbye loves.
「